He's been named number 22 on the world's top 30 management gurus for 2010. Our very own biz doc Nick Bontis, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What does this mean to you?
It's actually a wonderful accolade. Not something that I went after, but it's amazing when you get these, nominations and awards by accident. And I'm just very, very proud because the other names of the management professionals on the list are people that I've looked up to throughout my whole career. So to be on the same list as some names like Michael Porter and Jack Welch and Tom Peters, it's a very, very proud moment.
Well, of course, we knew you were always a guru anywhere, Nick Bontis. And congratulations on another front, Information Bombardment,
Yes.
rising above the digital onslaught by Nick Bontis, coming out this spring.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Finally here.
It's
after
here.
a whole year's worth of work putting it together and to actually hold it in my hand, it's thrilling. Thrilling.
Now, how does a busy professor at the Root School of Business have time to write a book, and why?
Well, the reason why I wrote the book is because I've actually been studying this concept of information and knowledge for a long time, since my PhD days in the mid-1990s. But, of course, as an academic researcher, our responsibility is to publish in, double-blind, peer-reviewed academic research articles and journals. And those are very, very niche. They don't really have a strong outreach to the general populace. So, for the longest time, I've wanted to kind of transform the academic research into something that's easily digestible by the general population. And that's exactly what this book is. It's basically understanding this idea of bombardment. It's a real problem. We're getting bombarded with emails and tweets and instant messaging, and some of us have our smartphone sitting there by the car, and we want to touch it, but we can't because it's illegal. And there's all these provocative situations right now with our smartphone. I mean, when you go to bed at night, what's the last thing you touch before you go to sleep?
Oh, you turn off your BlackBerry.
That's right.
Oh.
So it's 24/7 part of our life, and what this book is about is understanding the work-life balance implications and grabbing some of that valuable time back. So it's really about understanding that there's a time and place, to be productive, and more importantly, how do we work smarter instead of harder so we can spend some quality time with the family.
Now, who published this book, Nick?
So this book is actually self-published. It's published by my own company. That's right, Institute for Intellectual Capital Research. So why is it self-published? Because I believe that the internet has made a fundamental change in the publishing world. We know it's a hot trend right now. A lot of the big authors are not going through traditional publishing houses anymore. Because with the internet, it's so easy right now. You can organize printing, you can organize distribution, you can organize and set yourself up as a vendor on Amazon.com. So all these processes that I've learned how to do, because I've never done it before, but it wasn't so complicated because, I'm a little bit technologically savvy to begin with. But,
yes, we know that.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a business model implication as well. The book retails for $28.95, the average price of a book, but a significant amount of that money normally goes to a publisher. So the average author may only make $4 or $5 per book. But if you become the publisher, you get to recoup a lot of that margin back. So it's a little bit of effort in the short term, but I think a bigger bump in the long run.
Now, there's another little special twist to this project.
Yeah, well, I wanted to bring a lot of innovation to the book. So I'll have a lot of innovations in the book. One of the innovations is the use of QR codes. QR codes are these two-dimensional codes right here. And you'll notice that these QR codes are at the end of every chapter. Now, why do I have them? Because if you're using your smartphone, if you're reading the book and your smartphone is nearby, you can take your iPhone or your BlackBerry or any other smartphone and actually scan the QR code, and it'll automatically launch the website for that chapter in the browser of your smartphone.
That's almost hard to imagine.
Yeah, it's really amazing technology. And why did I do that? Because if you're reading the chapter and then something piques your interest and you want to learn more, well, I have all the references at the end of the chapter, but wouldn't it be great to actually hypertext link, or read more citations than I actually give you? So it actually drives traffic to my website, so it integrates the physical book with the virtual world, and it makes it nice and easy for individuals. So it's one of those innovations that I have here in the book.
Pretty cutting-edge stuff, but how do you top that? What's next?
Well, a lot of other things that I'm working on. I have a community opportunity for people to speak in the website of the book, so I want to generate, nice conversation and dialogue. I have web games, so we're talking about information bombardment. In previous episodes of Always Good News, I've talked about speed reading and rule wizards, so I have all these tips and tools and games available on the website. And furthermore, the ebook is already available on Amazon, so you can buy the Kindle version because that's very hot right now. We know the biggest growth in sales in books right now is the ebook version. And of course, in the future, I want to do audiobooks. And the last kind of thing that I want to move into, of course, is foreign translation. So let's not be arrogant and think that only Anglophones should read English-written books. There's a whole world out there, Arabic and Spanish and Greek and Italian. So I'm going to be looking into translating this book and looking for opportunities to expand the global reach. And that'll be great because I get to go to nice exotic places when I go on my book tour.
Oh, Nick, don't aim too high now. Nick, congratulations.
Thank you.
Next week, we're going to talk about some of the messages, what you learned during the writing of this book, and what you want to pass on to others.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
again.
you.